Hi guys, this is Ben with TSS, and I have a special guest with me here today. This is Michelle Viscusi of Team Glock. How you doing, Michelle?
Good, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming out. So, what advice do you have for new shooters who are looking to get into competitive shooting sports?
Normally, I always tell new shooters what I did. So I always like to say, when you're at your local range or anywhere at home, search for your local range and then go online and see what their calendar is. And they normally always have, their matches out listed on their calendar. And if they don't, give them a call. They'll have something. Most local ranges do. But anyways, give them a call, check, and then go watch people shoot a match so you can get involved and ask questions and learn a little more from, the people that are out there shooting.
What was your first ever experience with a firearm?
My first experience with a firearm was with my dad when I was about 15 or 16, and we just went to an indoor range and he gave me a bunch of different handguns to try out, and they were mostly revolvers. When I was there shooting, it wasn't like I was there and enjoying it and having a good time, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna do this forever. And it was just something we just did to go for fun, try it out. But I wasn't too involved with it. I didn't really like it, other than just going and practice shooting.
So how much time do you devote to practice? What kind of drills do you run through before competitions?
So it's a little bit more different for me because I'm also a mom, so I've got to be at home with the kids, and my husband's a cop. So we kind of work our schedule around, so I get to go to the range 3 times a week, and sometimes, when they have the matches on the weekends, I'll go 3 to 5 times a week, including matches. But so I get to practice 3 times. I'll usually go Monday, Tuesday, and a Friday, and I'll probably spend around an hour to 2 hours at the range. And like I said, there's weekend matches, so either I'll shoot a Saturday or a Sunday match. That normally takes 4 hours just to get through 4 stages. But sometimes, if I'm not able to get to the range, I will dry fire, which really I'll only take maybe 30 minutes to dry fire. So that's as much as I devote myself to.
When you do your dry fire practice, do you put an empty case on top of the gun while you dry fire to make sure you have good trigger control? Do you use a laser system? Is there anything in particular, or you just straight up aim, dry fire the gun?
Normally I dry fire the gun, just aim, dry fire. I used to use the laser that you can put in the barrel. It's just a lot of work sometimes. I just don't like to use it too much. They used to have, I forget who it was by, but I would put something up on the wall, and you would use the laser, shoot the laser at the box, and then it would show you all where you actually shot.
Oh yeah, I've used those too.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. I've done that here and there, but if I'm just trying to get through it, I'll just do it dry fire completely, just simple. I'll do 10 regular draws, hands up, turn around, just do reloads, things like that.
So as a pro shooter, do you still have to tape targets?
Yes, actually you get in trouble if you don't tape targets. So if I get too lazy, I'll get yelled at, but no, I do tape targets.
Do you have any rituals before competitions? So any kind of preparation, aside from the obvious practice?
Yeah.
Is there anything that you do to get yourself mentally and physically prepared right before the match?
Right before the match, honestly, I just like to go and shoot. I don't have anything that I do specifically. If I go and everybody does their walkthrough, you get your 5-minute walkthrough, and I'll mentally go through the actual stage in my head before actually shooting the match. So that's really the only preparations that I do before I shoot the stage.
So after a long day of competition, what do you do to unwind when you get home?
When I get home, or mostly the hotel, I take a bath. Dead serious, that's what I do.
So do you have a favorite range to shoot at?
I enjoy shooting at my home range, which is Rio Salado. It's probably 30 minutes from my house, so that's where I normally shoot.
Is competitive shooting more of an adrenaline rush, or is it more cathartic, relaxing? How do you feel when you go into a match?
Normally it's kind of relaxing for me. Actually, okay, the first stage when I get into a match, the first stage is pretty nerve-wracking for me. But once I get through the first stage, just the rest is a breeze.
So do you go in thinking, I'm going to own this, or do you feel that doubt creeping into your mind? I mean, what goes through your mind when you get out there?
I've done, sports for a really long time, and I've always had the issue of having doubt come into my head. So sometimes it will creep in there, but when I step up, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna kill it. Especially if I'm super confident when I'm walking the stage and I know the whole stage plan and I'm good to go. But like I said, it's the first stage. So I never know what's gonna happen on the first stage. Just gotta get the jitters out.
So outside of shooting, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Before I started shooting, I did 11 years of gymnastics. So aside from that, and I have a daughter. I have 2 daughters, so I spend a lot of time with them, and I have a puppy. So, I sit at home a lot with my kid and my dog. But that's really it. It's a busy life being a parent.
All right, thanks very much for joining us. Thank you, Michelle. It was great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I'm excited to be here.
All right, we'll see you next time.